Have you ever been so scared that your heart felt like it was going to jump right out of your chest? Well, get ready for a story about the bravest person who ever lived, and the night he felt more scared than he'd ever been before. After sharing that special last meal with his friends, Jesus knew something big was about to happen, something that would change everything forever. The moon was hanging low in the dark sky as Jesus walked with his disciples toward a quiet garden called Gethsemane. "Stay here and keep watch," Jesus told most of his friends. But he took Peter, James, and John a little further into the garden. The olive trees cast long, twisting shadows in the moonlight. Jesus' heart was heavy, like he was carrying the weight of the whole world on his shoulders. And you know what? He actually was. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow," Jesus said to his 3 closest friends.
"Stay here and keep watch with me."
Then, Jesus did something that might surprise you. This man who had walked on water, who had fed thousands of people with just a few fish and loaves of bread, who had healed the sick and raised the dead, he fell to his knees and began to pray. But this wasn't just any prayer. Jesus was so troubled that drops of sweat fell from his face like blood. He knew what was coming. He could see the angry crowds, the cruel soldiers, the heavy wooden cross. He knew he would have to suffer and die to save everyone he loved.
"Father, if there's any other way, please let this cup pass from me."
Have you ever wished you could avoid something really hard or scary? Maybe a big test at school, or going to the doctor, or standing up to a bully. That's exactly how Jesus felt. He was human, just like us, and he felt afraid. But here's where the story gets really amazing. Even though Jesus was scared, he didn't run away. He didn't give up. Instead, he kept praying.
"But not what I want, Father. Let your will be done."
Meanwhile, his 3 best friends, they had fallen fast asleep. Can you believe it? The most important night in history, and they were snoring under the olive trees. Jesus came back to check on them.
"Couldn't you stay awake with me for just 1 hour? Watch and pray so you won't fall into temptation. Your spirit is willing, but your body is weak."
He went back to pray again, even more intensely this time.
"My Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done."
Something incredible happened then. An angel appeared from heaven to strengthen Jesus. Even in his darkest moment, God was there with him. Just like God is there with us when we're scared or worried. But suddenly, the peaceful garden wasn't peaceful anymore. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Heavy footsteps echoed through the trees. Torches flickered in the distance, getting closer and closer. Angry voices carried on the night wind. Jesus woke up his sleepy friends. "Look, the hour has come."
"The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Here comes my betrayer."
And then, out of the shadows, stepped someone they all knew. Someone they trusted. Someone who had eaten dinner with them just hours before. It was Judas, but Judas wasn't alone. Behind him marched a whole army of soldiers carrying swords and clubs, their armor clanking with each step. The temple guards were there too, their faces hard and mean in the torchlight. "The one I kiss is the man you want," Judas had told them earlier. "Arrest him." Can you imagine? A kiss, something that should show love, was being used as a signal for betrayal. "Greetings, Rabbi," Judas said, walking right up to Jesus and kissing him on the cheek. Jesus looked at his friend with such sadness in his eyes. "Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?" The soldiers rushed forward, but Jesus didn't run. He had prayed, he had found his strength, and now he was ready. "Who is it you want?" Jesus asked calmly. "Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "I am he," Jesus said. Something amazing happened. Just those 3 little words, "I am he," and the entire army fell backward to the ground. Even when he was about to be arrested, Jesus showed his incredible power. Peter, finally awake and seeing the danger, grabbed his sword and swung it wildly, cutting off the ear of the high priest's servant. "Put your sword away," Jesus commanded.
Don't you think I could call on my Father, and he would send more than 12 legions of angels to rescue me? But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled?
Then Jesus did something that showed his amazing heart. He touched the servant's ear and healed it completely. Even while being arrested, he was still showing love and kindness.
Am I leading a rebellion that you have to come with swords and clubs?
Jesus asked the crowd. "Every day I sat in the temple courts teaching, and you didn't arrest me. But this has all taken place so that the writings of the prophets would be fulfilled." The soldiers grabbed Jesus roughly and began to tie his hands. And you know what happened next? All his friends, Peter, James, John, and all the others, they got so scared that they ran away into the darkness, leaving Jesus all alone. But Jesus wasn't really alone. He had prayed to his Father, and he knew God was with him. Even in the scariest moment of his life, his prayers had given him the strength to do what he needed to do. As the soldiers led Jesus away, his footsteps echoing in the night, the garden fell silent again. The olive trees seemed to whisper in the wind, as if they knew they had witnessed something that would change the world forever. But this is just the beginning of the most incredible story ever told. What happens next? Where are they taking Jesus? What will happen when the sun rises? The answers to these questions will shock you, inspire you, and show you just how much Jesus loves you. Because what Jesus is about to do, well, let's just say it's the most amazing act of love the world has ever seen. Remember this: when Jesus was scared, he prayed. When you're scared, you can pray too. God hears every prayer, just like he heard Jesus that night in the garden. But the story isn't over, not even close. What happens next will leave you amazed at the incredible love Jesus has for each and every one of us. Don't miss what happens next. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we reveal the most important day in history. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment of what's coming. Share this video with your friends and family, and let us know in the comments, what do you do when you feel scared? We'd love to hear from you. The greatest story ever told is just getting started.
Good night.